Okay, on to the next item, 6.2, is Mike Douglas, who is the Executive Director of the Mississauga Arts Council. He's joined, I believe, by Ken Jones, who is the President of the Board of Directors, and they're going to be here this morning regarding an update on the Mississauga Arts Council activities. So if you're here, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Councillor.
Yes, thank you.
Hello, Madam Mayor, City Councillors, and assembled leaders. It feels almost nostalgic to see you again. And to first and foremost, thank you, admittedly belatedly, for the strong support we received from the city and its culture division for MAC's 3-year strategic plan.
Our strategic plan revolves around efforts to grow the arts economy in Mississauga, and it includes a robust, multifaceted digital strategy to help build a more sustainable ecosystem for our diverse community of creative professionals. Thank you for believing in our board of directors and in the staff of MAC, and of course, the talented artists of Mississauga.
We believe we will succeed because we have to. MAC actively works to accelerate the economic recovery of the arts during the post-pandemic period. Now, we also owe Rama Gaming Centre, and in particular, the Government of Canada, tremendous thanks for enabling us to turn subsidies into microgrants, funding over 60 projects and investments that gave money and hope to over 100 artists.
By enabling MAC, you enable the growth of the arts economy and our fundraising efforts through our programs and through their sponsors. Almost all of the money we raise from sponsors goes to local professional artists. The healthy recovery of the arts economy in Mississauga is a catalytic responsibility and an opportunity that we embrace.
MAC is a catalyst. Our new web portal, MartysHUB.com, is our best example of bringing the arts community to the public and the public to the arts with an online spotlight, a hub that connects, providing the go-to place for the arts in Mississauga in collaboration with local arts groups. MAC's advocacy for the Arts for Mental Health Conference has the potential to provide for much needed and improved mental health care, as well as the opportunity for local artists to share more of the work they love with residents who need it the most.
MAC embodies Mississauga made, and we know the city embraces Mississauga proud. Enhancing your investments in growing Mississauga's visual arts economy will employ more local artists in the creation of public artworks that contribute to a distinct identity for Mississauga. Thank you for your consideration, and we hope there are questions.
And thank you, gentlemen, both of you, for presenting this morning. I'm just going to take a look around, see if there's anybody who doesn't have their hand up. Maybe I'll make reference to the website, and perhaps you could go into a bit of detail. I don't recall you having the motto Create, Connect, Celebrate, and if so, I apologize if that's not new. But I do like how that kind of rolls off the tongue, and I think this website does have a very clean look, and I think if you're wanting to attract more attention your way, and that's definitely one way to start. We do have Councillor Starr, who is a board member, in addition to being one of the councillors, is on the board currently. There you go, Ron.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to say what a great job that MAC is doing and how they progressed over the last 3 or 4 years. I'm, as a board member, I'm very impressed to see the quality and the dedication of the volunteers that serve on the board and their wide variety of skills and ability to put all these programs together. Hearing all of these programs on a monthly basis, you'd be amazed to see what is actually happening in the city and all around us, to recognize mental health from the arts side of it, and to put a real push on it, just not making a verbal commitment. The board really gets involved, and I just want to say that thank you to Michael and to Ken and all the rest of the volunteer directors. I just have to say that I'm so impressed that a board like this is doing something not just for the arts community, but for the whole city, and also making it, when you see what's going on around you, it's making it as a tourist attraction area too. So that's the other thing that impresses me. So I just want to say thank you to all of them, and keep up the good work. It's just amazing how much is being accomplished with so few people and volunteers. So keep up the good work. Thank you.
And Councillor Raz.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thank you both to Mike and Ken for coming today, both Ward 2 residents. I very much appreciate all the work that you've done, especially during the pandemic, for the Mississauga Arts Council to not only keep it going, but I don't think we appreciate enough the positive outlet that art has had on our mental health during the pandemic, and we need to make sure that the Mississauga Arts Council is strong, supporting our local artists so they can also support others in the community to make sure that we are stronger going forward. So I do appreciate you both coming today, and look forward to seeing what we have on tap. I know that in Councillor Dasco's area, Arts on the Credit is coming up, and I'm looking forward to that because we're actually going to be doing it in person. So thank you very much, and look forward to getting back to normal.
Thank you.
And Councillor Dasco is on the board, but first, Councillor Parrish.
Thank you. I would not want to usurp Councillor Dasco, who has the best hoarding and the most artistic work sites down there. It's fabulous. I want to thank Mike and Ken as well. I think the sign of a real sophisticated city and coming of age is that we have to value the arts. I think we do all kinds of good stuff on sidewalks and structures and all the rest of it, but if the arts don't thrive, then you don't become a truly significant city. And I know our mayor has been very pro-arts for a very long time. And thank you, Mike, and thank you, Ken, and thank you for the presentation. You do valuable work, and it's more valuable even than you know, because you really involve a lot of volunteers in it, and that's important too. So I thank you very much for coming today, and keep up the good work.
And Councillor Dasco.
Thank you through the chair. I wanted to just thank Mike and Mac for not just the presentation, but all the work, especially trying out, pushing the envelope and doing different things. Before the pandemic, initiatives, utilizing some spaces, for example, West Edge Church in the ward, and others. The box wraps, I think, are quickly becoming a favorite. Every time they go in, they tend to bring a lot of joy. They're from eyesores to components of joy. So I'm also a strong believer that the arts is it's not just something for one or two people or a select group of people to appreciate. It's part of what helps city build, and as we go through this recovery, it's I think it's invaluable, and it is one of those not just a driver for the arts, but it's an economic driver as well. And so I just wanted to thank Mike and also everybody else that's involved in the arts as well, and right across Mississauga. Councillor Raz brought up Arts on the Credit. That is coming up. It's exciting because they've really adapted. That's a group that's really adapted as well to COVID, doing drive-bys and things like that, having people showcasing their art on driveways and things like that, and now being able to go over into where they usually go, and that's at the Waterside Inn, for example. And also, we happen to be very fortunate where we're back on through Credit Valley Conservation, and also just a great collaborative effort at the Jim Tovey Lakeview Conservation Area with morphology back on, which is currently on at the Small Arms Inspection Building. And it's great to see that back on, and all of the local programming, which is very art-centric. And so No questions, just a lot of praise and thanks, and keep up the great work, Mike.
And Councillor McFadden.
Mr. Chair, and I too want to say thank you, Mike, for all your dedication and hard work for the arts in Mississauga. I wasn't going to speak, but when I heard about the hoarding, when Councillor Parrish mentioned that, we did that in Ward 10 during COVID. We hired one of the artists that usually does a lot of the boxes in the city of Mississauga, and she painted all the hoarding around a construction site. And you're absolutely right. When you see it go from graffiti that the kids spray and ugly brown wood to beautiful flowers going right around the corner, it really did bring some light and freshness to the area, and everybody just loved it. So it does bring a smile to your face. And plus you're helping, an artist in our city, and it gave her some recognition as well. So yeah, we've done our part, and hopefully we can do some more in Ward 10 in the year to come. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Councillor McFadden and Mayor Crombie.
Thanks. I wasn't going to speak either, but Councillor Parrish referenced my deep commitment to the arts, and just wanted to confirm that. And also wanted to reiterate how challenging the past 19 months have been, particularly for the arts community that weren't able to display their work or gather or it's one of the hardest hit communities. So just wanted to acknowledge that and thank you for being there for them, Mike, and especially all the great work Mac has done. You've really brought a lot of innovation into arts and culture in Mississauga, and we thank you all. That's it.
Thank you, Mayor Crombie, and I certainly second I think the need for more creativity around our construction hoarding, which we've seen when done right, it can really add to the city. Here in the downtown, we've got that wrap that's very playful and fun. Wrap right around Central Library. It goes through its ongoing revitalization project. But the region of Peel, what they had done with the Burnham Thorpe Water Project, which turned something, well, not pretty, into something a little prettier with the design of the construction hoarding along Burnham Thorpe and Duke of York Boulevard. And then there's actually a fun twist on graffiti, and there's something kind of styled in a graffiti kind of a way up Duke of York Boulevard towards Square One that I find quite appealing as well. So where and when possible, it's good to work together with the various collaborators and explore artistic design further. The Boxers and Banners program, I think we've had a lot of success with that, haven't we? And I still recall a beautiful one, a really cool one by Gary Tixali, who's a great artist. His sister Vanda, you might know, served on the Art Gallery Board of Directors for a number of years. And so when we can incorporate local artists, it's a must that we do it. Councillor Sato is on the board.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And just briefly, Mike, good to see you here. Councillor, Mr. Chair, you had mentioned the boxes and banners, and I just wanted to very quickly refer to that has been such a remarkable program throughout the city. And I know my residents love seeing all the boxes that we've had wrapped or painted. And it brings a smile to your face when you drive around the city and you see those utility boxes that are usually quite ugly looking, displaying artwork. And one of the projects that I just wanted to highlight that you and I are working on right now is the traffic controller box wraps. And I'm very excited about seeing what we're going to do outside Meadowvale Theatre on that, now that I have my intersection crossing stencils down. That is getting the boxes with the artwork. But I really wanted to also thank our work staff, our traffic operations staff, for working so closely with you. I was very impressed with how seamlessly this project is going to go because of the collaboration between the work staff and TNW staff and MAC. And I think that's very important to note because, you know, you can have all the greatest ideas for artistic, for art around the city, but we need to coordinate with our local city staff who are actually responsible, and also with the utilities. And I really appreciate all of the cooperation Bell in particular has given, MAC with and Electra. I've got a couple of those as well. So we've had really good cooperation. And I think that's the important thing, is all the partnerships that have been formed. So thank you very much. And I look forward to our newest project and to many more going forward.
Thank you, Councillor Sato. And I'm not sure if Ken or Mike would like to say something, as we've made a number of comments. I'll give them an opportunity if they'd like. And if not, I'll look to see if we have a mover who would like to move the deputation. I see Councillor McFadden. Just before that, though, would either Mike or Ken like to add anything?
Well, just thank you very much. The support of City Council for a more creative city is very important to us, to all our cohorts, to your colleagues inside the Culture Division, the city staff, the hardworking people who want to see these kinds of improvements take place. Just one note to you, Councillor Kobeck, the Connect, the Create, Connect, Celebrate moniker has been with us for a number of years. And one of the things that's evolved for us is additional websites. So now we have a new MAC website, we have a new MartysHUB.com portal for the arts, and we also have an artscare.ca website, which is going to be the home for our evolving information research opportunity to contribute to the arts care movement as we try to bring more creative experiences to the people who will benefit from them the most.
And just again from myself, a very hearty thank you to the to Mississauga and the council for all your support. We have a very hardworking board on the Arts Council. This is not a board that gets to show up and simply put MAC on their resumes. Everyone there are part of subcommittees. Everyone is encouraged to provide a lot of time, effort into this organization to make it as successful as it's going to be. So thank you.